What the dog doing?
Hi guys, welcome back. I haven't done a nail therapy in so long, so I finally decided to do one. Today I'll be showing you stone art mostly, which is attaching big or small gems to your nails without having them fall off. I have gotten a lot of questions on how I attach stones without making it fall off, and I thought I was good at it, but when I went to the make.n seminar from ZILLABEAU, I learned so much, and I'm so glad I went because I just learned so much. So today I'll be doing a nail art using the techniques that I learned from the seminar. I first prepped the nails and applied primer, and then now I'm applying base gel. And today I'll be using gelx tips because my nails are so short. I was trying to grow them out by having hard gel on it, but I got too lazy to fill it and I peeled it off as well, so now it's very short. And then I'm using the gelx natural almond short, and this is my go-to just because it's not too long, and the extra short is way too short, and it's very difficult to apply, especially on my own nails, so this is like the perfect length. And I'm using this bit to etch the insides, and actually recently I found out that a sanding band works so much better. I thought this bit worked better because it's smaller and I can get into the smaller tips better, but it doesn't etch it very well, so I recommend using a sanding bit. Then after I etch the tips, I use a bonder. I'm using the Diami ⴅSOILI.Ղᴢ strong nail base, and I used to use the fgel Give Me base gel if you remember from my past videos, but this one is so much stronger and it keeps the nail tips on, like it won't come off. You can use this base gel as the base gel for the natural nails and then apply tips with it as well instead of using the dgel base gel that I used. But I actually prefer using the dgel base gel. I don't know why, it doesn't really matter, but I just like doing that. If you had any problems with retention in the past, I strongly recommend the ⴅSOILI.ղᴢ nail base. I have not seen any problems with it, and I've seen some sets last up to 2 months with this base gel, and I think that's kind of crazy. I've never had such strong retention, especially if it's used correctly. You'll see really good results. I first used the Candy Plus file bit to get the sides, and then I used a sanding band to buff all over the nails, and this really helps with the retention as well. However, if you're doing a very clear design, like a water design, I don't recommend sanding everything because you can kind of see the little scratches on the nails. So in that case, I recommend using primer instead of sanding. And then I'm filing the sides a little bit and then shaping the tips a little more. I always do this because I might have a little bit of gel seeping out through the sides of the tips, and sometimes the tips loses its shape after I buff with the sanding band. And then I'm just dusting off everything and wiping it with alcohol so that there are no dust left behind. And this is the method that I used for the salon, so it's approved and it does last a very long time, so I definitely think you should give it a try if you had any problems with retention in the past. I used the fgel base gel on top of the nail tips, and I really like this base gel for gelx because it's very thin, and I've seen a lot of people not applying base gel and then just applying color on top, but I do apply base gel with every application just because sometimes I like to apply the tips lower, and in that case I do need base gel to be filled to the top, so I just apply it with every application. This gel from fgel is going to be my base color, and I really love this color because it's like a sheer pink and it has like small glitters and it's so pretty. Oh my god. And then I'm just applying that to the rest of the nails, and I'm gonna be doing 2 layers of this. I'm really excited because apparently fgel is coming to do like a seminar, I think, at ZILLABEAU, and fgel is probably one of my favorite brands, so I'm super excited for that. Every time I go to these seminars, I learn so many new things, so I definitely recommend going to them. Even if you live far away, I've seen so many people come from different states, so I highly recommend. And I'm using these 3 colors from Tiny, and I also needed a yellow color, but I lost the one from Tiny, so I'm using this one, which works as well. And I got this like palette paper thing from make.n seminar, so I'm using that. And I'm just going to take a little bit of each color because I'll be doing like this colorful ombre. I'm so obsessed with doing this. If you ask me to freestyle at my salon, 100% I'll be doing this. I'm taking one color on one side of the nail, and then I'm taking another color and blending it, and I feel like these colors are so easy to blend. I love using the Tiny polishes to do this because it just blends so well together. Like, it works so well, it's perfect. And if you don't have these polishes with you, you can also use like any jelly type polishes, but it can't be too sheer because you'll need to do so many layers. But with these polishes, I only do 2 layers and it just looks so good, and it's still sheer, but I really like the look of that, so that's what I'm going for. This is after 1 layer, and I'm doing another layer on top. Honestly, I could have chose to do 1 background color and then put gems on top, but literally I'm so obsessed with this like gradient ombre, and you can do it on the whole nail and it still looks so good. I did one recently and it looks so pretty, and I also think these are like perfect summer colors, so I thought it was great for like vacation vibes. And this is what it looks like with 2 layers. You can put more layers, but I just like it that way. And these are all of the chains that I organized from the make.n seminar, and oh my god, they are so pretty. And I'm using the make.n parts gel, and this is the star of the show. This parts gel helps everything stay together. Unfortunately, this gel isn't available online anywhere, but I believe that ZILLABEAU is going to have it on their website very soon. So when they do, I'll definitely update you guys. I'm using parts gel only on the border, and I'm using this gold ball chain for the border. And in the seminar, they told me not to cure it, but I just flash cure it for a little bit so that the chain doesn't move. And then in the center, I'm filling it with the parts gel, and I'm applying a generous layer of it. And then using a pusher, I'm just scooping these pixie beads onto the center of the nail, and I'm just making sure everything is covered with the beads. And then I'm tapping the excess off and pushing them onto the nail so that all of them are tightly gathered in the space so that there's no gaps. And if you pack it together enough, they will not fall out even with no top coat. The point of this is not to put top coat so that it stays shiny and sparkly. Next, I'll be doing a volume parts art. And I also learned this at the seminar. And I'm applying a very generous amount of the parts gel and making like sort of a little mountain on the nails where I want the gems to be on. You have to make sure it's very high like this so that big gems can go on, and I'm just using the gems of my choice to make this little mountain ball of gems. I've seen nail artists in Korea do this nail art so many times, and I just wondered, how does it stay on the nail? And they taught me how to do it, and I can't stop doing this. Like, look at that, it's so pretty and so sparkly. And I've seen nail artists in Korea do this as well. They put like the little chain rhinestones and then put it on the border of the nails, like one side of it, and I thought it looked really pretty, so I tried that and I love how it came out. I'm also putting this gold framed white bow as well, and then filling the sides with pearls, and it's just so cute. I also got these Chanel charms at the make.n seminar because they were selling it, and I thought it was so like luxurious and kind of the vibe I was going for today, so I decided to add one of that. And then I did this pearl and chain art, and I think it goes so well with the theme. It's so pretty. And then I saw the thumb and it looked so plain, so I decided to add the pearls and chains here as well. I think it took me a good 2 hours to plan and execute this nail art just on one hand, but I actually recently tried this nail art on a customer because she liked it, and it took a little less than an hour and a half to finish everything. So I think the planning just took a long time. I am now taking the cover gel from make.n, and this is not a top gel, it's a gel specifically made to cover the sides of the gems so that they don't fall off and they're not, you know, getting caught in your hair and everything. So with this, I'm covering all of the sides and getting all the sharp edges, but I'm making sure not to get the shiny parts of the gems because when they're covered, they're not shiny anymore, and there will be no point of doing this, to be honest, if they're not shiny. Before going to the seminar, whenever I would do an art like this, I would just cover all of the gems so that they don't fall off. But using the parts gel and cover gel from make.n, I don't have to do that, and the nail art stays shiny. Next, I'm using the Jinbei Crazy Top Soft, and this is a very watery type top gel, and it's also non-wipe, so I really like this top gel. And I'm just covering the rest of the nails with it that weren't covered with the cover gel. And that is it for this nail art. It looks like I did so much, but it was pretty easy, and that is why I love putting parts on the nails. It's not too difficult, and it looks so pretty. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!